As the 2024 fantasy football season comes to a close, it's time for reflection. Whether you're celebrating a championship victory or lamenting a basement finish, one of the most important exercises is examining what went right and what went terribly wrong. Specifically, which players burned you in the draft. While injuries can derail even the best-laid plans, some players stayed healthy but still failed to deliver. Here's an in-depth look at the worst draft picks of 2024, round by round, based on their average draft position, ADP, and fantasy points per game, PPG. Round 1. Breece Hall, RB, New York Jets, ADP, 4.3, RB2. PPG finish, RB18. Drafting Breece Hall as a top 5 pick was a move filled with optimism, particularly as he entered his second full season after recovering from a torn ACL. Unfortunately, Hall's production left managers frustrated. Despite staying on the field for most of the season, he managed only 2 top 5 finishes at his position. Hall's rushing efficiency continued to decline for a second consecutive year. His yards per carry dropped from 5.8 as a rookie to 4.2 in 2024, and his yards after contact and breakaway yardage percentage followed suit. The once explosive Jets running back struggled to find his form in an offense that continued to underwhelm. Rookies often come with risk, but Marvin Harrison Jr. was expected to be an exception. Heralded as a generational talent with elite college production, the number 4 overall draft pick entered the NFL with sky-high expectations. However, his debut season with the Arizona Cardinals proved rocky. While Harrison flashed brilliance in a few games, including a standout Week 2 performance with 130 yards and 2 touchdowns, he struggled with inconsistency. The Cardinals' erratic offense under Kyler Murray didn't help, as Harrison rarely delivered the steady production fantasy managers hoped for. Patrick Mahomes has long been a cornerstone of fantasy success, but 2024 was far from his best season. Drafted as the second quarterback off the board, he finished a disappointing QB11, leaving managers who spent a third-round pick on him feeling shortchanged. Mahomes posted pedestrian numbers by his standards, including a 93.5 passer rating, 16th among quarterbacks, and just 26 passing touchdowns. His big play ability also waned, as evidenced by a career-low 2.9% big-time throw rate. The gap between Mahomes' draft position and his output highlights the danger of overpaying for quarterbacks in early rounds. DK Metcalf entered the season as a top 20 receiver pick, but the emergence of Jaxon Smith-Njigba in Seattle's offense left Metcalf in the shadows. Metcalf recorded career lows in several metrics, including yards per route run, 1.8, and receiving touchdowns, 4. Seattle's offensive shift under new head coach Mike Macdonald also played a role, with Metcalf struggling to adapt to the new scheme. Fantasy managers who invested a 4th-round pick in Metcalf were left disappointed by his WR35 finish. Michael Pittman Jr. faced multiple challenges in 2024, including nagging injuries and subpar quarterback play. Colts QBs Anthony Richardson and Joe Flacco combined for the league's worst accurate throw rate, making life difficult for their receivers.